Chicken Noodle Code.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Chicken Noodle Code. Today we'll have a look at the new Make section in Figma that uses AI. Let's say figma.com, just to have a look at the Make anything possible, and that basically includes any kind of graphic design, but also websites. And the crazy part is it also gives you the code. So that means we can actually download the code. The only issue might be that it's using React, and you have to know how to set it up and compile it, so you can actually run it on your own web space. So let's check it out. I'm logged into my Figma, and so the idea is that we create a new make file. So let's say I want to make a cool website. I would just basically type that in here. Make a cool rock band website with video, audio, and contact discography. Sorry about that. This actually we probably have to do. And any typos? Nope. So I'm hitting enter. See what happens. It's thinking and doing its magic. So in the past there was like a few plugins that were using ChatGPT to kind of do wireframing based on the modules and ready-made components inside of Figma, and it kind of looked nice. It was just like more like a wireframe kind of a look, and so the kinds of websites you would get would always look similar or the same. But this was already pretty crazy, and now it's like the entire thing is designed, and we can still change any of the details. If we don't like something, you can kind of inspect and then say, I don't like the headline, and or make the colors different. I want another section, so you can keep extending on it, just talking to the AI here, and it's absolutely incredible. So also we can just like click on code view, and you see all the React components, which is wild. And on top of that, we can just download the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. Once we get there, we'll be looking at a website that's completely coded, and on top of that, it will also be responsive, which means it works on mobile and desktop. So you get a summary. I've created a complete rock band website called Thunder Strike with a dark, edgy aesthetic, perfect for a rock band. Let's check it out. Wow, look at that. Woo. Okay, so there's some videos. We have audio player, discography, and the contact info section. You can also use a little inspection tool here, point and edit. So if I say I'm gonna click on the H1, maybe also the other headlines, so like H2, find a more grungy looking headline font. Alright. Oh yeah, I have to kind of confirm. Yes, please. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. Huh. And the logo font. Let's see. We have the inspection thingy here. So let's check on this. Div sans serif. Thing is though, we like in Figma you can still edit details like that, or you have the AI change it, which is fine as well. This is called Black Ops 1. Oh, yeah, that's better. And then here the same thing needs to be changed. So instead of me talking to it and waiting for it, I can just change it myself. Now I know which font it was selecting. So this is Black Ops 1. Boom. Looks a lot better. I could work with that, and once I feel like I'm done editing things visually, I could also go into presentation mode to see what it would look like in deployed in the browser. Not to mention, we should probably test the responsiveness of the website. So this says it's a preview. Responsive tests. So once I resize, you can see everything is resizing nicely. So that means it's also mobile ready, as they say, and yeah, looks clean. It's functional. We even have a mobile navigation here. Nice discography back and forth. It scrolls smoothly, and yep, awesome. So now let's get to the code. This would be in code view here, and then you can see all the components which uses TSX, so that is TypeScript. This is the app, and here are all the sections. Perfect. And the download button is right here. Download code. Awesome. We're going to extract the zip file. I'm going to put mine to the desktop. It's going to have a new folder. 1 second. Desktop, new folder, rock band v2. That's just yep, the folder that it's going to contain all the files. I can say show the files. Here we have a small README, which we should probably look at, and it says run npm I to install the dependencies, and then npm run dev to start the development server, and then, as we know, run build would compile it, and that's what we're going to do, so we can actually use the compiled version and put it on a web server as a normal website that uses HTML, JavaScript and CSS. So I'm going to do just that. We need a terminal which allows us to browse to the folder. So this is desktop. This one was called Rock Band V2. Inside the folder, I should see all my files exactly. So now we should say npm I, and in most cases this will go through without any issues, depending on your latest installation of Node.js and npm. So earlier I had an issue just trying to do that, and it didn't go through because I wasn't up to date with the npm version, so I needed to type npm update. But now, after doing that, I can see that it adds all these packages without complaining. So this is perfect. Now I'm able to npm run dev, hit enter, and boom, it opens the website running React, and everything's here looking great. Development tools are on, and I can inspect all the nodes as always and do some edits if I want to. But in any case, now this is still requiring the React development environment. So let's actually compile this. And I haven't even looked at VS Code, which is crazy. I'm just like, yeah, compiling it without looking. So we can X this out with Control C, and I'm going to say npm run build. This will compile the whole package and create a build folder, and all the files that we'll basically end up getting is index.html, then this index CSS and index JavaScript. That's it, which is crazy. And let's have a look at the final build location. Here's the build folder, and yeah, so this is all you have. This is now the compiled version. Awesome. So now we're going to open folder in VS Code, and we are going to browse to the desktop, Rock Band V2, but it's going to be the build folder. So I have to select build, and say select folder. Oh, open, I mean. So we're going to say open. And we're going to look at the index.html file, which now we can open in live preview if you want. Doop. So we'll run a web server in the live preview, and then we can also from here open it in the browser like that. That is an option. This will open the same port number and IP address in the browser. Or you can use the other extension, live server, which some people prefer. It goes directly to the browser. But in any case, I'll just show you here, live server. And this one can render your website as it would run on a web server by clicking on the Go Live button. So I'm doing that, and it's going to now run the HTML file at port 5501, and there it is. So I'm not quite sure, I must have zoomed in, but yeah, so this is now the compiled version. We have some issues here with the video that has been plugged in, but that's not a big deal. I can always replace them. And yeah, this is crazy. I mean, coming from Figma, I didn't have to do any design. It was just like, you know, making changes with the AI, and then downloading the code entirely. Absolutely crazy. A little issue though with this is, if I want to change anything, it doesn't seem like easy, because if you look at the JavaScript, you can't really edit this. I mean, you could, but this would be you know, a nightmare. So sometimes I even extract it further. This is something you could do to simplify the code and have more access to the actual HTML elements. We would then do a inspect. So this is now on the compiled version. But the actual nodes in HTML you can find here in the DOM, and basically copy paste those into your HTML or back into your HTML without using the JavaScript. So we have to just click edit as HTML. You would say Control A, Control C to copy all of the nodes within the body tag. I'm going to go back to VS Code. We'll probably do a new file, just so you can see what I mean, by saying index static. This will have the static HTML, which might be easier to actually edit. I'm going to use the emit shortcut just so I have a template. In between the body tags, I'm pasting in now the actual nodes from the website that we copied from the inspection tools from the DOM. And yeah, so now I'm saving the file. Alt Z to do word wrap. So now this isn't easy to edit either, but I can say Control A, Control P, and we'll say format selection, which might take a while, but then you look at that, we'll get cleaned up code, and it has all the contents as you see, just indented properly, so we can kind of follow the structure better and then know where we're editing. The stuff that's missing now is all the head information, such as title, and the CSS. We don't really need the script, so it's just like these three things. Oopsie. I'm going to replace the title here and paste on the title from the other page. This is Rock Band website. The script, like I said, is not necessary anymore. In some cases where we had like audio players and stuff, we might have to retrieve the code that does things like a play function, or we just have to redo it, but that didn't work here anyway. So it was just like kind of like a user interface without connecting to an actual audio file. But I can figure this out, you know, so just for now I'm having the website coded and style added to it. So let's close this. This was the compiled version. You can see it had the crazy JavaScript in here. So now on my other version, if I remove, one sec, I'm in the wrong. If I call this other HTML file index-static.html, oops, I will get the same website, you see, except now the source code looks like that, and I can actually edit this stuff. All right, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.
Chicken noodle code. Chicken noodle code.